OKFM 101.7.
When I'm for Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, MP for North Town, na yenino enkodi enkomo. Honorable Mimwachi.
Oh, minia majoso. Bibia boko.
Boko na so
Nyame adom. Yanyina ya bonfire say nyame beboye na coronavirus pandemic we are I say bedia mind dia ababe ye say relay race from China na Iran na South Korea in terms of epic centers, worst case scenario na Italy, France, Germany, Spain, UK, United States of America. To say Andrea Russia for Cradia, it's even beyond their expectation. No more they have managed to escape the West. Then we can only pray. We share Africa so started with only one country. To say virtually all countries, all 54 countries. The exception of just about two. And in our lifetime, BBR said that according to the literature, I must say it was in 1918, and the world saw a pandemic on this scale.
Yeah, that was the Spanish flu.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And which 2020, the year 2020, especially from December 2019, it started virtually on the blind side of almost everybody in Wuhan. No, it will never be forgotten. The historians will tell the story. Many researchers, many scientists will study this period, will research into this period. But we can only praise divine selection. Nyame watumi abuayen for a lot more for us to survive. Yeah, but we must also, as we pray, we must also follow the signs. We must also do what we must do. WHO experts, Ghana Health Service experts, Ghana Medical Association, the steps we should take in terms of personal hygiene, washing our hands under running water with soap, using hand sanitizers, maintaining social distance, staying at home, avoiding contacts, and protecting the vulnerable, especially your senior citizens, your papa mom, your mom, your grandparents, more advanced in age, as I say, you protect your more, and more underlying conditions, maybe or asthma or diabetes, hypertension. We all need to be conscious of these the protocols. Unfortunately, still you still see some of our compatriots not following these guidelines, not taking them seriously. Choco beach party, of course, totally shocking. We're still seeing young people playing football, doing the usual small poles and gutter to gutter. All those things can wait. Let's not underestimate this disease. Also, still, there's a certain notion that but Africa is not as worse as Europe and United States of America until we can take certain liberties. No, we cannot, because they all started with our numbers. Italy, Spain, it was just one. It started with one case, two confirmed cases, and look at where they are today. And the myth, we are Bibinia, black, our immune system is very strong. Statistics are more releasing were United States of America. Majority of those dying are blacks, disproportionately. The blacks are dying far more than the whites. All those myths will be before the macho, resistance, very strong genes, and all of those mythologies are spread. As I say, China, what we have to do to protect each other, and we are a collective fight. Uber to me, the SSL, we over to me at Tinefie. Now, so Obi, Uber to me, Akufaba, because that person was reckless, that person did not follow instructions. And it's our collective fight. Never in the history, probably, of humankind has the action of one individual have so much bearing on others. It's not just, this is not the time for individualism. As I say, you kabom na the SSA, yeah, abided by the protocols, yeah, abided by the presidential directives under the new Imposition of Restrictions Act, yeah, passed in Parliament, this is for our collective good, and that point must be emphasized.
Mami, bibi to say America, Almighty America, in the history of America, yenim say wo mo call war, ya na be a war of force with be a troops in the idea. But are they fighting biological war this time?
Any kind of President Trump was declared as a wartime president. And I think since that declaration, other presidents, President Macron of France, have also made that declaration. Boris Johnson of the UK has also said this is like the various wars that the Brits have fought in world history. The matter of warfare can be seen from two perspectives. One perspective, and it's the current pandemic, defeat, this coronavirus and COVID-19 pandemic, once you have an unseen enemy killing your people, it's clearly like war, where your enemy just takes down your people and you must defend yourselves. It has all the traits, the characteristics of warfare, except this one. It was, as Boris Johnson said, it's a war that you did not call for. You didn't even know when the war was declared, and you don't know, you don't even see the enemy. Some very teeny-weeny virus. It is so elusive. It keeps mutating, and you don't really know how to even handle it. And initially, even some of the things that were said initially, I almost say, "Oh, this is not airborne." That had to be changed. Initially, they were saying, "Oh, let's leave the face mask for only health workers." They say, in most countries, they say United States of America, say Japan, South Korea, Norway, and others, they are saying all their citizens should wear the face mask. And that whether you have it and you don't have it, just wear it. You see, even things keep changing, the strategy keeps changing, and all of that. That is the first perspective. The second perspective, and it's there are those who suspect this was created in the lab. Na scientists be almost was some sinister motive. They want to, some even link it to the pharmaceutical industry, wanting to make a killing, make a fortune out of a vaccine when a vaccine is finally secured. Then there are also other conspiracy theories. Some of them don't make sense to me. A bit is this 5G theory and all of that. I don't subscribe to some of those.
Because
but we share the aspect of biological warfare. And no, if you have followed a lot of UN reports, for example, the war in Syria, which is still going on because of coronavirus. International news is all focused on coronavirus. But also what was going on in Syria, there were two official UN reports which indicated all the parties in Syria, and Syria virtually had all the superpowers supporting one side or the other. Now Russia, America, France, Britain. They're all Turkey. They're all, aligned to one force or the other. And the UN reports confirm that there were the use of biological chemicals in attacking opponents and all of that. We know that some countries, some groups, even some terrorist organizations have the capacity. Some scientists also have that capacity. But as it is now, all of this remain allegations, conspiracy theories, suspicions that have not yet been confirmed. Even the source of this pandemic. Wuhan in China and started free. But even that, the WHO is still investigating. It's not yet been fully confirmed. Ediana Obina Onyafi baby and or the bar Wuhan or infected so many people in Wuhan. All of those matters are still fluid and are still being investigated by the experts as we speak. And that's why the Chinese authorities feel very strongly anytime it's referred to as a Chinese virus. They feel very offended. They are also pushing back and claiming that it could have been imported into Wuhan, into their country. But they may be right, they may be wrong. At this point, as I say, you avoid the prejudice, you avoid the stigmatization and discrimination. At this time, as I say, we come together. It is in this vein that I condemn what is going on in Guangzhou, in the Guangdong province of China. Say, it be before you evict your landlords, I evict your hotel managers, I evict your you niema die a coin, so they are sleeping rough as we speak. African students, they have been moved out of their dormitories, evicted, and forced testing. OSHA, the communique that the group of African ambassadors in China have issued that a very, very, very disheartening, a very, very tragic communique where they chronicle the ordeal of African people, where they are even being prevented from accessing healthcare. They've chronicled pregnant women who are going to hospital and they are told, say, hey, virus way before namode eba enti yamamo kwine stigmatization. And the irony is that when this outbreak started in Wuhan, some of us sided with the WHO and even Chinese authorities said, am I discriminating? Let's not call it a Chinese virus. Let's not say it started from there because it's not confirmed. We don't know for certain as of now. Enti LGBT solidarity. We said no to discrimination. And then some of these Chinese people are bringing their country into such utter disrepute. And I must say, sir, so far, I am totally disappointed at the African response. I will have thought that as this we speak now, there will have even been an urgent, even internal evacuation. Fortunately, this is happening only in Guangzhou, in the Guangdong province. We have a mission in Beijing, and many of these African countries have missions in Beijing. And Ghana, we are fortunate, we even have two missions. There were a consulate general in Guangzhou, and we have a full mission in Beijing. Until there can be coordination, we can transfer these people who are stranded on the streets, sleeping rough, who continue to talk to me. We can transport them to Beijing, get a temporary place for them to stay there, whilst we scale up the diplomatic engagement and compel the Chinese authorities to arrest those who are engaged in such unlawful conduct, clear unlawful conduct. Obia Tiani rent, 6 months rent. He's just 1 month into, and then you say that he should be evicted. He should leave. You go out and you actually go out there to move out the person forcefully. Then those who are even married to Chinese, there are stories of couples because they are married to Chinese partners, they are separated. Testing, you suspect, and we are told that the trigger was that Nigeria and Libya now were quarantine, were breaking quarantine, were breaking free, were escaping, and that is what has triggered this discrimination. Unjustifiable, totally unjustifiable. But what you do is if you want to lock down, you lock down an entire community. He says Ghana, and other parts of the world they've done. You lock down an entire community. You will lock it down, the Guangzhou city. Lock it down. You can do mass testing of everybody. But you don't target, you don't profile, you don't discriminate. You don't say, yes, we are suspecting blacks, and so you go after them, you throw them out, you are denying them food, you don't sell food to them, you deny them healthcare, you not sell drugs to them, and all of that. It's totally unacceptable. And fortunately, my trigger actions in Parliament that would most likely this week see the Foreign Affairs Committee meeting urgently, inviting the Foreign Minister and the Chinese ambassador, and we are hoping that we will get to the bottom of this, and we'll see more aggressive action. Once it is often realized because countries fear jeopardizing relations with China, and mind you, China has been a strong economic ally of Africa and African countries. Now, it is possible to stand up for your compatriots boldly. And I commended the foreign minister when she summoned the Chinese ambassador. I commended her, except the latest statement, the draft statement or issue, that one is very feeble, very spineless. No, I don't commend the government for that statement. I commend initial action, summoning the ambassador and demanding answers. No? That was a very courageous thing to do. But the second statement, which only puts out phone numbers and talks about the cordial relations with China, and no, it's not good enough. I expected to see calling out China more strongly. I expected to see actions. We can move those who are stranded into some temporary shelter, or even consider what South Africa is considering, evacuating those who are affected back home. You see, anytime I talk about evacuation, some people think, hey, or the Okofar Samamba. And look, there's nothing to fear about evacuations. Evacuations are your safest bets. Safe, it's very safe. Evacuations follow WHO protocols. Answer now, Yabema Okwan said, for plane them on. Yabe test you. Oh, yeah, positive. Yeah, Mao and plane them on. You will be exempted. Now, when you arrive, you will be quarantined for 14 days. It's compulsory. Into your evacuation, nobody should think that, it's just about moving to coming to dump them. You will be quarantined for 14 days, tested again, and Sana you're very eligible to go home. Into evacuations are safe. All the countries doing evacuations, you can't call them reckless countries. I mean, no one can say the last America evacuation flight from Accra to America. AC this week on the 13th. This week, this between yesterday, today, and then tomorrow they are concluding all the evacuations. They are taking their nationals back to the United States of America. I don't think the United States is reckless, and now they want everybody in America to die. There are scientific actions we can take, more bold, courageous measures that we can take, and let us take those actions.
Now, lastly, Brenna, Binamisa winner, if I come over Enra, Womakwa, ya lunch up, you between the track, you wouldn't mobile or co up no swap, wouldn't information to come. Now, almost let me home, now let me attract the panua beer, ususi when you be na wo kwa na wo symptoms you are with me asa na yes wo te ya wo si buei ade no nya hu hia the whole exercise.
Honestly, they are also and run your concept and all that fanfare. No, honestly, international community or multi their course on James Ghana, you discover vaccine. No? They will have to all that fanfare, that jamboree. No, yeah, celebrated a discovery of the vaccine.
Aye.
It was totally needless. Totally needless. Totally needless. Share app where I can work. Virtually all countries have it. App Store, Google for Crano. They noticed that some of the apps were not even credible. They were violating privacy settings and all. They even put a hold. Internet Ghana, your app no is not even on those. It's not been verified and it's not yet on Google and App Store. It's not yet available. First of all, there was even a rush, and I have said, with all due respect, sir, Ministry of Information, the press briefings they organize, we could have made that announcement there. Presidential broadcast, which has even more greater following, we could have let the president announce the act. He could have announced it, and even more Ghanaians will become aware. Many more people follow the president's broadcast than what happened yesterday. And I found for Jambo. There are hospitals still complaining they don't have PPEs. This is a time to get our priorities right. If we have money for virtual concerts and all, data chrono, how many people could be online all those hours to watch that? When other countries, you say Uganda, Cameroon, have reduced drastically the cost of data. That's what we should be doing. If Ministry of Communication, NCA4, intervention, it's not concerts. People are bored, people are at home, concerts, no, please, all these artists, no, don't they have their videos already on YouTube? They want to do a voiceover. It's already there. You can even get the more pure, authentic online. If you want people to be distressed and not to be bothered, reduce the cost of data, as other countries are doing. That is what you do. Look, we have traditions, we have customs, your values. Nipa ewu, nipa eyare. Yekasa, more than 560 people have contracted this virus in Ghana. It's against our customs and traditions. Now we organize concerts in a fanfare, jamboree, nipa and all of that. No, this is a solemn time, a somber moment. We should be focused. Look, if we have excess money, young farmer, your scientists are Omo Noguchi, the West Africa Center for the infectious diseases and biological pathogens, and the KCCR for the Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research. Omoya idea, Omo to me identify the.
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait. Your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
I'm saying a tower soon. Na a tearfus.
Okay,
we mistaken. The enya no akwa ye china na ya sa friend bi na na atweko okay 101.7 so ni
okayfm 101.7